My friends, today we stand on the edge of time, the great equalizer given to each of us, no matter our station, our wealth, or our influence. Every person, whether young or old, rich or poor, strong or weak, is granted the same gift, 24 hours in a day, no more, no less. And the question before us is not how much time we have, but how we use it. What do we do with this fleeting moment, this vapor that appears for a little while and then vanishes away? Some say tomorrow will come and I will do what must be done. Others say I am too young to concern myself with such things, while others in their later years whisper it is too late for me. But let me tell you, my friends, tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Yesterday is beyond our reach, and today, this moment, is all we truly possess. What will we do with it? The greatest tragedy is not a life that ends too soon, but a life that is wasted while it is still being lived. How many people walk through life asleep, their hearts numbed, their purpose forgotten? They wake in the morning, go through their routine, pass the hours in meaningless pursuits, and lay their heads down at night with nothing to show for the time they were given. And then they wonder why their days feel empty, why joy seems distant, why hope feels like a fading dream. My friends, time is a gift that cannot be bought or borrowed. It moves forward relentlessly, never pausing for anyone. Each sunrise brings a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to live with purpose. The clock does not ask us what we plan to do, it simply moves forward. And the hours that pass unclaimed, unused, and wasted cannot be retrieved. They slip through our fingers like sand, gone forever. Yet some will say, but I am busy. My time is filled with so much to do. And I ask you, are you busy with things that matter? Are you filling your days with work that brings life? Or are you merely running in circles, chasing after things that will not last? So many today are consumed by distractions, drawn into the endless cycle of entertainment, social approval, and trivial pursuits. They spend hours staring at screens, seeking validation from people they do not know, while their loved ones sit beside them unnoticed. They chase after wealth but neglect the treasures of love, kindness, and purpose. They toil for things that perish and ignore the things that endure. My friends, if you knew that today was your last, how differently would you spend it? Would you still waste time on things that do not matter, or would you cherish every moment? Would you finally say the words that have been left unsaid, mend the broken relationships, and seek the higher purpose that has been calling to you all along? The greatest among us are not those who have lived the longest, nor those who have gathered the most possessions, but those who have lived each day as though it were their last, filling their hours with love, service, and faith. Every moment they are given is a moment spent in pursuit of what is good and right. They do not wait for tomorrow to live fully. They embrace today with all their heart. There is a battle for your time, my friends. There is a force that would keep you occupied but unfulfilled, busy but ineffective, entertained but empty. The enemy of a purposeful life is not always sin, it is often mere distraction. Good things, when they take the place of the best things, become the very chains that hold us back. A wise person understands that not all hours are created equal. Some moments define the course of a lifetime. A single decision can change everything. A single act of kindness, a single step of courage, a single word spoken in truth can alter the course of history. But if we are too preoccupied, too distracted, or too complacent, we will miss the divine opportunities that are placed before us each day. My friends, the time is now. The hour is at hand. We are not guaranteed another breath, another sunrise, another chance to make things right. If there is forgiveness to be given, give it now. If there is love to be shared, share it now. If there is work to be done, do it now. Do not let regret be the shadow that follows you all your days. Do not stand at the end of your journey and wish you had done more, given more, loved more. The time is now. What are you doing with the hours you have been given? Are you living with intention, seeking wisdom and pursuing what is right? Or are you letting the days slip away, lost in things that do not satisfy? My friends, wake up. Shake off the slumber of complacency. Rise to the calling placed upon your life. Do not waste another moment in doubt or fear. Step forward in faith and redeem the time. For the world is in desperate need of those who will use their time wisely. There are souls to be healed, lives to be changed, truths to be spoken. There are mountains to climb, hearts to encourage, and battles to be won. Do not say that your time has passed. As long as you have breath in your lungs, there is a purpose for your life. As long as the sun rises upon your face, there is a work to be done, but the choice is yours. No one can live your life for you. No one can spend your hours for you. It is in your hands, and what you do with it will determine the impact you leave behind. Live each day with purpose, with love, with courage. Waste not a single hour. And when your time comes to an end, may you stand with no regrets, knowing that you have run the race well, fought the good fight, and lived every moment to its fullest. My friends, listen closely, for what I am about to say is of the utmost importance. Each of us, no matter where we were born, no matter our background, no matter our status or education, is given the same gift each day, 24 hours. The same sun rises upon the rich and the poor. The same clock ticks away for the powerful and the weak. The hours do not discriminate. They do not favor one man over another. The question is not how much time you have, but how you use it. Think about it. The greatest men and women who have ever walked this earth had the same number of hours in a day as you do. The pioneers, the inventors, the leaders who changed history, they were not given more hours than you. They were not granted some special gift of extra time. No, they simply chose to use their hours wisely. They knew that every moment was an opportunity, every hour a treasure, every second a chance to do something that mattered. But today, my friends, so many are wasting their time. They live as though they have an unlimited supply of days, as though time itself bends to their will. They put off until tomorrow what must be done today. They say, someday I will do what I am meant to do. But my friends, what if someday never comes? What if the time you thought you had is taken from you in the blink of an eye? Life is fleeting. It is like the morning mist that rises from the fields only to disappear with the heat of the sun. It is like a vapor here one moment and gone the next. And yet so many live as though they are immortal, as though their days are endless. But my friends, the clock does not stop. The hours do not wait for you to be ready. The seconds keep moving forward whether you use them or not. Some people say, but I am young. I have plenty of time to figure things out. Others say, it is too late for me. My best years are behind me. But I tell you, both are deceived. The young waste their hours thinking they have forever, and the old waste their remaining years believing they have none left. But my friends, hear me today. No matter how young or old you are, the only time that matters is now. The past is gone, the future is not promised, but this moment, this very moment, is yours. What are you doing with the time you have? How are you spending the precious gift of your 24 hours? Some will say, but I am busy. My days are full. I work hard. And yet, my friends, let me ask you, are you busy with things that matter? Or are you simply running in circles, filling your hours with things that leave you empty? Many today live their lives in distraction. They wake up and immediately reach for their devices, scrolling through meaningless updates, watching hours slip away into the abyss of entertainment, numbing their minds with things that do not matter. They chase after wealth, after pleasure, after approval, but in the quiet of their hearts, they feel the emptiness that comes from a life spent on the temporary. How many people spend their days working for things that will not last? They chase after money, but money does not bring peace. They build great houses, but their hearts remain restless. They seek after fame, but fame is fleeting. They strive, they struggle, they push themselves to exhaustion, yet at the end of it all, they feel unfulfilled. Why? Because they have given their time to things that do not satisfy. But my friends, there is another way. There is a way to live where every hour has meaning, where every moment counts, where each day is filled with purpose. It is the way of wisdom. It is the way of those who understand that time is not just something to be spent, it is something to be invested. It is the way of those who know that the greatest treasures are not found in what they gather for themselves, but in what they give to others. It is the way of those who live each day as though it were their last, filling their hours with love, service, and truth. And I ask you today, what if today were your last? Would you be proud of how you have spent your time? Would you look back with joy, knowing that you lived fully, that you loved deeply, that you gave everything you had? Or would you look back with regret, wishing you had done more, wishing you had spoken the words that were left unsaid, wishing you had lived with greater courage and passion? My friends, time is running. Every day that passes is one less day you have. The opportunities you have today may not come again tomorrow. The time to act is now. Do not wait for another day to live the life you are meant to live. Do not let fear, doubt, or complacency steal another hour from you. Some will say, but I do not know where to start. And I tell you, start where you are. Start by looking at the people around you and asking, how can I serve? How can I love? How can I make a difference in the lives of others? Start by removing the things that waste your time, by cutting out the distractions, by focusing on what truly matters. Start by making the decision today, right now, that you will no longer let your hours slip away unnoticed. Because, my friends, there is a battle for your time. There is an enemy that seeks to keep you distracted, to keep you entertained but empty, to keep you busy but ineffective. The enemy of a meaningful life is not always sin, it is often mere distraction. It is the endless cycle of things that do not matter, things that pull you away from your true purpose. And if you are not careful, you will wake up one day and realize that you have spent your life on things that will not last. But today you have a choice. You can choose to live with intention. You can choose to fill your days with things that matter. You can choose to invest your hours in things that will outlive you. You can choose to use your time wisely, to live with passion, to make each moment count. Because the world needs people who will rise up and live differently. The world needs people who will use their time to bring hope, to bring healing, to bring truth. There are people who need your love, people who need your kindness, people who need your courage. There are lives that can be changed by how you choose to spend your time. So do not wait. Do not let another hour slip away. Do not stand at the end of your life and wish you had done more. Live fully. Love boldly. Serve with all your heart. And when your time comes to an end, may you stand with no regrets, knowing that you have used your 24 hours wisely, that you have run the race well, that you have made every moment count. My friends, time is the great equalizer of all people. It does not favor the rich over the poor, nor does it grant extra hours to the powerful while limiting the weak. Every single person under the sun is given the same gift, 24 hours in a day, no more and no less. Yet how many truly recognize the value of this gift? How many wake up each morning with a heart full of gratitude, understanding that time is not an endless river, but a fleeting vapor that disappears before our very eyes. I ask you, what are you doing with the time you have? Each morning the sun rises as a reminder that you have been given another opportunity, another chance to live, to grow, to love, to serve. Yet too many of us treat time as if we are guaranteed tomorrow. We act as though we have an unlimited supply, pushing off what must be done today, saying, tomorrow I will begin. But my friends, tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday is already gone. And all we truly have is this moment, right now. What will you do with it? I have seen too many people waste their days as if they had an endless bank account of time. They spend hours upon hours in distraction, filling their minds with entertainment, chasing after things that do not satisfy, wasting the precious moments that have been given to them. They wake up each day and go through their routines without ever asking, what is my purpose? What was I created to do? And my friends, if you never ask that question, you will never live a life that truly matters. Think of all the great men and women throughout history, leaders, inventors, pioneers of change. They were given no more time than you. They did not have extra hours in their day, but they made the decision to use their time wisely, to wake up with purpose. They lived with urgency, knowing that every second mattered, and because they did, they changed the world. But today we live in an age of distraction. Never before in history have we had so many things competing for our attention. Everywhere we turn, there are screens, notifications, advertisements, all designed to pull us away from what truly matters. People wake up in the morning and reach for their phones before they even say a word to their loved ones. They spend hours scrolling, consuming endless amounts of information, numbing their minds with things that do not fill the soul, and at the end of the day, they wonder why they feel empty, why they feel like something is missing. My friends, what is missing is purpose. What is missing is intentionality. What is missing is the realization that every moment we waste is a moment we can never get back. Imagine for a moment that your time was like money in a bank account. If you were given a certain amount of money each day and told that anything left unspent would disappear at midnight, would you let it go to waste? Would you leave it sitting there, untouched? No. You would use it. You would invest it in things that matter. Yet that is exactly how time works. Every day you are given 24 hours, and whatever you do not use wisely is gone forever. You cannot go back and reclaim yesterday. You cannot reach into the past and change what was wasted. All you can do is make the decision today, right now, to use the time you have been given with wisdom and purpose. Let me tell you, my friends, there is a battle for your time. The enemy does not need to destroy you to render you ineffective. All he needs to do is keep you distracted. If he can keep you preoccupied with things that do not matter, if he can fill your life with endless entertainment, pointless arguments, and meaningless pursuits, then he has already won. You do not have to be bad to waste your life. You simply have to be busy with things that do not matter. How many people spend their lives chasing after things that will not last? They work tirelessly for wealth, but money will not go with them when they leave this world. They seek fame, but the applause of men is fleeting. They chase after pleasure, but it never truly satisfies. And at the end of their lives, they look back and realize that they have spent their years building a kingdom of sand, something that will wash away with the tides of time. But my friends, there is another way. There is a way to live that brings joy, peace, and fulfillment. It is the way of wisdom. It is the way of those who understand that time is a precious gift, and that every moment must be used with intention. It is the way of those who invest their time in things that truly matter, loving their families, serving their communities, seeking wisdom, pursuing truth. What if you knew that today was your last day on earth? What would you do differently? Would you waste time arguing over trivial things? Would you scroll through social media for hours? Would you spend the day worrying about things you cannot change? Or would you hold your loved ones close, speak words of kindness, reach out to those in need? Would you live with purpose, knowing that every second was a gift? My friends, the truth is, none of us know how much time we have left. We assume that we have years ahead of us, but the reality is that life is uncertain. The clock does not wait for us to be ready. The hours continue moving forward, whether we use them or not. And if we are not careful, we will reach the end of our lives only to realize that we have wasted the time we were given. But you do not have to live that way. You can make the decision today, right now, to use your time wisely. You can choose to fill your days with things that matter. You can choose to live with intention, to wake up each morning with purpose, to make every second count. Do not wait for tomorrow, my friend. Do not say, one day I will change, one day I will live with purpose. That day is today, that moment is now. You have been given a gift, the gift of time. Do not waste it. Do not let another day slip away unnoticed. Live fully. Love deeply, serve with all your heart. Use your 24 hours wisely. And when the end of your life comes, may you stand with no regrets, knowing that you have made every moment count. Every day the sun rises, and with it each of us is granted 24 hours, no more, no less. The rich and the poor, the young and the old, the famous and the unknown. We all wake up with the same amount of time. No one is given extra minutes, no one is shortchanged. Time is the one resource that is perfectly equal, and yet look around, look at how differently people use their time. Some wake up with purpose, knowing that today is a gift. They use their hours wisely, investing in things that matter, loving their families, building their communities, serving those in need. Others wake up and let the day pass by like a leaf drifting down a river, carried along by whatever current happens to take them. They waste their time filling it with distractions, squandering it on things that do not last. And at the end of the day, when the sun sets and the hours are gone, what do they have to show for it? Nothing, my friends. Life is short. Time moves forward and nothing can stop it. From the moment we take our first breath, the clock begins to tick. The seconds turn to minutes, the minutes to hours, the hours to days, the days to years. And before we know it, we stand at the end of our journey, looking back on the time we had, asking ourselves, did I use it well? Oh, how many people have stood at the end of their lives with regret in their hearts? How many have looked back and realized they wasted their time on things that did not matter? They chased after wealth only to find that money could not bring them happiness. They pursued success only to realize that it left them empty. They spent years worrying, striving, grasping for things that slipped through their fingers like sand, and when their time was up, they wished. Oh, how they wished they had lived differently. Do not let that be your story. Do not let another day slip away wasted. Do not wait until it is too late to realize the value of time. If you had only 24 hours left to live, how would you spend them? Would you still waste time scrolling endlessly through social media? Would you still spend hours complaining about things that do not matter? Would you still hold grudges, still chase after temporary pleasures, still live as though you had all the time in the world? Or would you live differently? Would you love more? Would you make peace with those you have wronged? Would you finally speak the words that have been left unsaid? Would you pour yourself out in service to others, leaving behind something that would last beyond your final breath. My friends, let me tell you something. You do not have to wait until the end to start living with purpose. You do not have to wait until tragedy strikes to realize what truly matters. You do not have to waste years before waking up to the reality that time is precious. The time is now. The hour is at hand. The moment to act is not tomorrow, not next week, not someday. It is right now. There is a battle for your time, my friends. There is an enemy that would love nothing more than to see you waste it. He does not need to destroy you. He only needs to distract you. He will fill your life with busyness but no purpose, with activity but no meaning, with entertainment but no fulfillment. And if you are not careful, you will wake up one day and realize that you have spent years of your life chasing after things that do not satisfy. Oh, how many people are busy but not fruitful? How many are running but going nowhere? How many are living but not truly alive? Wake up, my friend. Wake up before it is too late. You were not created for an empty life. You were not placed on this earth just to pass the time. You were made for something greater, something eternal, something that will outlast you. But you must choose. Choose to use your time wisely. Choose to spend your 24 hours on things that will matter not just today, not just tomorrow, but for generations to come. Some people say, but I am too young. I have my whole life ahead of me. And to them I say that graveyards are filled with those who thought they had time. Life is uncertain, and no one knows how many days they have. Do not be deceived into thinking you have forever. The time to live with purpose is now. Others say, but it is too late for me. I have already wasted too many years. And to them I say, as long as you have breath in your lungs, you have time to change. No matter how many years you have lost, today is a new day. Right now is a new moment. It is never too late to start living with intention. There are people in this world who need you. There are lives that can be changed because of how you choose to spend your time. There are words of kindness that only you can speak, acts of love that only you can do, lessons of wisdom that only you can share. Do not believe the lie that your time is worthless. So I ask you again, what are you doing with your 24 hours? Are you living with passion? Are you pouring yourself into things that matter? Are you using your time wisely? Or are you letting the days slip away, wasted on things that do not satisfy? If you do not decide how to use your time, someone else will decide for you. If you do not take control of your hours, the distractions of this world will take them from you. Do not let another day pass without purpose. My friends, the clock is ticking. The sun is setting on another day. The hours you have wasted cannot be reclaimed, but the hours ahead of you, oh, how precious they are. Make them count. Live with purpose. Love with all your heart. Give everything you have to the things that matter, and when the end of your life comes, may you stand with no regrets, knowing that you have used every moment wisely. My friends, time is the great equalizer. It does not matter where you were born. It does not matter what your name is. It does not matter if you are rich or poor, educated or uneducated, well-known or unnoticed. Every morning, you wake up with the same gift that is given to every person on this earth, 24 hours. But the question is, what are you doing with it? Time is not something you can stop. You cannot slow it down. You cannot put it on pause, and you certainly cannot rewind it. It moves forward relentlessly, whether you are paying attention or not. Every second that passes is one you will never get back. How are you spending the most precious resource you have? Some people live as though time is in unlimited supply. They wake up each morning and waste their hours believing that there will always be more. They say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll start next week, I have plenty of time. But my friends, tomorrow is never guaranteed. Next week is not promised. The graveyards are filled with people who thought they had more time. And I ask you today, what if today were your last? If you knew that tonight, as the sun sets, your time would come to an end, would you live differently? Would you speak words of love instead of bitterness? Would you cherish the people in your life instead of taking them for granted? Would you use your time to build something meaningful, to leave behind a legacy, to make a difference in the lives of others? Or would you regret all the time you have wasted? I once heard the story of a man who spent his whole life chasing wealth. He worked day and night, sacrificing everything. His health, his family, his friendships, all for the sake of success. He told himself, one day when I have made enough money, I will finally enjoy my life. I will spend time with my children. I will love my wife. I will give to those in need. But one day never came. One evening, after years of hard work, after finally reaching the wealth he had long desired, he sat at his desk, exhausted, weary, and alone. And in that moment, he realized he had wasted his life. He had spent years chasing something that could not fill the emptiness in his heart. And before he had a chance to make things right, his time was gone. Oh, how many people live this way? How many wake up every morning and spend their hours on things that do not matter, chasing money, chasing fame, chasing pleasure, only to find in the end that they have wasted the one thing they can never get back? Let me tell you, my friends, time is not money. Money can be lost and earned again. Time once spent is gone forever. You cannot buy more time, no matter how wealthy you are. You cannot trade for more time, no matter how powerful you become. Every hour that passes is one less hour you have. And yet, too many people live as though their time is worthless. They waste it on distractions. They waste it on things that do not build, things that do not help, things that do not last. They spend hours upon hours mindlessly scrolling through screens, filling their minds with empty entertainment, numbing themselves with meaningless pursuits. And then they wonder why they feel lost. They wonder why they feel unfulfilled. They wonder why, despite having everything this world offers, they still feel like something is missing. My friends, what is missing is purpose. What is missing is intentionality. What is missing is the realization that time is not just something to be spent, it is something to be invested. If you want to know what a person values, do not look at their words. Look at how they spend their time. People say they love their families, yet they spend more time on their phones than with their children. They say they want to make a difference, yet they waste their days doing nothing. They say they want to grow, yet they never take the time to learn, to seek wisdom, to better themselves. My friends, the way you spend your time reveals who you truly are. And I ask you again, what are you doing with your 24 hours? Some of you say, but I am too young. I have plenty of time. Oh, my friends, do not be fooled. Youth does not guarantee time. How many young lives have been cut short? How many people have thought they had decades ahead of them only to be gone in an instant? Others say, it is too late for me. I have wasted too many years. But I tell you, as long as there is breath in your lungs, you have time to change. You cannot change the past, but you can change what you do today. You cannot undo the wasted years, but you can make sure the years ahead of you are spent wisely. The enemy of your soul does not need to destroy you to make you ineffective. He only needs to keep you distracted. He only needs to fill your life with noise, with busyness, with things that seem urgent but are not important. He only needs to make sure you never stop and think about where your time is going. And one day, if you are not careful, you will wake up and realize that you have spent years running in circles, always busy, always tired, always chasing after something but never truly living. Wake up before it is too late. Do not let another day pass by unnoticed. Do not let another hour be stolen by things that do not matter. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can continue living the way you have been, letting time slip through your fingers, wasting the precious hours you have left. Or you can decide, right now, to change. You can choose to use your time wisely. You can choose to invest in things that matter. You can choose to love more, to serve more, to give more. You can choose to wake up every morning with purpose, knowing that your hours are not to be wasted, but to be used for something greater than yourself. Because, my friends, the world needs people who will not waste their time. The world needs people who will wake up each day and say, "Today I will make a difference. Today I will love with all my heart. Today I will pour myself into something that will last." The world needs people who will not wait until it is too late to realize what truly matters. And I ask you today, will you be one of them? The clock is ticking, the hours are passing, the days are slipping away. Make them count, live with purpose, love with all your heart, give everything you have to the things that matter. And when the end of your life comes, may you stand with no regrets, knowing that you have made every moment count. Time is not just something you keep track of on a clock. It is not just the numbers on a calendar. Time is your life, your very existence, measured out in seconds, minutes, and hours. Every single heartbeat, every single breath you take, every single sunrise you witness, it is all a reminder that time is moving forward and you are moving with it. And one day, whether you are ready or not, time will run out. Do you understand the weight of that truth? Do you realize that every second that passes is a second you will never get back? Time is not something you can hold in your hands. It slips through your fingers like sand in an hourglass, and once it is gone forever. And I ask you, what are you doing with the time you have been given? Oh, my friends, how many people are wasting their lives? How many are spending their precious, God-given hours on things that do not matter, things that do not last? Things that will one day turn to dust. How many people are so caught up in the distractions of this world that they do not even realize the precious treasure they are throwing away? I have seen it with my own eyes. I have met men and women who spent their entire lives chasing after things that could never satisfy. They worked tirelessly to build their careers, to accumulate wealth, to rise in power. And at the end of their lives, when they stood at the edge of eternity, do you know what they said? They did not say, "I wish I had worked more." They did not say, "I wish I had made more money." They did not say, "I wish I had bought a bigger house, driven a nicer car, or had a more impressive title." No, my friends, do you know what they said? They said, "I wish I had spent more time with my family. I wish I had loved more. I wish I had lived with purpose. I wish I had done what truly mattered." Because when you are standing at the end of your life, when the last grains of sand are falling from the hourglass, when you look back at the years you have spent, you will finally see with perfect clarity what was truly important. But my friends, do not wait until the end to wake up. Wake up now. Wake up while you still have time. Do not waste another hour scrolling through meaningless distractions. Do not waste another day filled with bitterness, anger, or regret. Do not waste another moment living in fear, in doubt, in hesitation. Wake up, the clock is ticking. Some of you say, "I will start tomorrow," but my friends, what if tomorrow never comes? Some of you say, "I will change one day," but I tell you, one day is not promised to you. Some of you say, I will follow my purpose when life slows down, when things settle, when I have more time. But, my friends, life never slows down. You will never have more time. The only time you have is right now. And what are you going to do with it? There is an old story about a man who had a dream. In this dream, he was walking through a marketplace, and there he saw the devil himself selling something to the people. And do you know what the devil was selling? Time. The people lined up, reaching into their pockets, handing over their gold and silver in exchange for more time. One by one, they begged for more years, more days, more moments. And the devil smiled as he took their money, but as they walked away, they realized the truth. The time he sold them was an illusion. They had bought into a lie, believing they could get more time when in reality their days were already numbered. My friends, do not believe the lie. You cannot buy more time. You cannot trade for it. You cannot beg for it when your time is up. You must use what you have right now. If you were given a bank account and every morning $86,400 was deposited into it, but at midnight whatever you had not spent was taken away, would you waste it? Would you let that money disappear unused, unspent, wasted on things that did not matter? Would you waste it on things that did not matter? No. You would spend every dollar with purpose, and yet that is exactly how time works. Every morning you wake up with 86,400 seconds in your day, and at midnight whatever you did not use wisely is gone forever. Oh, my friends, let this truth sink into your heart. Let it shake you. Let it wake you up. You have one life. You have one chance. You have one story to write, and when your time is up, when your last breath is drawn, when your days come to an end, will you have lived well, or will you look back with regret, knowing you wasted the most precious gift you were ever given? My friends, the time is now. Right now, this very moment. Do not let another second slip away. Do not wait for another day. Do not push aside what truly matters. Love your family now. Serve others now. Live with purpose now, because the clock is ticking, the hours are passing, the days are slipping away. Make them count. Live with passion, love with all your heart, give everything you have to the things that matter, and when the end of your life comes, may you stand with no regrets, knowing that you have made every moment count. Time is not something you can store in a jar, like saving up coins in a piggy bank. It is not something you can hold in your hands like a possession you can keep safe. Time is slipping through your fingers every moment of every day, and one day sooner than you think it will be gone. And my question to you is this: what are you doing with the time you have? Do you realize the power of 24 hours? Do you realize that in just one day, you have the ability to change the course of your life? Do you realize that in one day you can start over, you can make things right, you can begin a journey that will impact the world? But too many people waste their days waiting for the right time. They say, I will start tomorrow. They say, I will change one day. They say, I still have time. And then one day they wake up and realize time is gone. Oh, my friends, do not wait until it is too late. I have stood beside hospital beds where people have drawn their last breaths. I have seen the regret in their eyes. I have heard their whispered words, if only I had more time. But there is no more time. I have seen the father who worked too many hours chasing money while his children grew up without him. And when he finally realized that no amount of wealth could replace lost time, his children were gone. I have seen the young man who wasted his years on meaningless distractions, saying, one day I will get serious about my life, but one day never came, and his youth was gone before he even knew it. I have seen the person who carried anger, bitterness, and resentment for years, saying, one day I will make things right. but then the person they needed to forgive was gone and they never got the chance. Oh, my friends, listen to me. You do not have forever. You do not have time to waste. You do not have time to wait. You do not have time to postpone the things that truly matter. The time is now. Right now, as you are reading these words, the clock is ticking. Right now, this moment is passing. Right now, the opportunity to live, to love, to give, to change, to grow, to make a difference. It is all here, but only if you seize it. Because if you don't, it will be gone. Some of you are wasting time on things that do not matter. You are caught in endless distractions. You scroll through meaningless entertainment for hours, filling your mind with things that do not build you, that do not inspire you, that do not change you. You wake up in the morning with no direction, no purpose, no urgency. And the enemy of your soul wants you to stay that way, because he doesn't need to destroy you, he only needs to distract you. If he can keep you busy but not productive, entertained but not enlightened, occupied but not fulfilled, then he has already won. And I ask you again, my friends, what are you doing with your time? Imagine this. If someone gave you $86,400 every single morning, but whatever you did not spend by the end of the day was taken away forever, how would you spend it? Would you waste it? Would you let it sit there untouched, unspent? Would you let it disappear without making the most of it? No, you would use every last cent. But my friends, that is exactly how time works. Every single morning, you are given 86,400 seconds. And whatever you do not use with purpose and intention is lost forever. You will never get today back. Once it is gone, it is gone. And I ask you again, are you using your time wisely? Some of you are spending all your time worrying about things that do not matter. You are stressed, anxious, afraid, chasing after things that will not last. You are striving, running, grasping for more money, more success, more power, but for what? Will those things bring you peace? Will they bring you true joy? Will they bring you the deep satisfaction that your soul is searching for? No, because in the end, all that will matter is how you spent your time. Did you love your family with all your heart? Did you give your time to things that made the world a better place? Did you leave behind a legacy of kindness, of purpose, of faithfulness? Or did you let your days pass by without meaning? Oh, my friends, wake up before it is too late. Do not wait for a wake-up call. Do not wait for tragedy to strike. Do not wait until you are standing at the end of your life to finally realize what truly matters, because right now, this very moment, you have a choice. You can continue living the way you always have, letting time slip through your fingers, wasting your days on things that do not fulfill you, or you can decide right now to change. You can choose to live each day with purpose, with passion, with urgency. You can choose to love more, to serve more, to give more. You can choose to wake up every morning with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that this day is a gift and you will not waste it. Because the world needs people who will not waste their time. The world needs people who will wake up each day and say, today, I will make a difference. The world needs people who will not wait until it is too late to realize what truly matters. And I ask you today, will you be one of them? The clock is ticking right now, this very moment. The hours are passing, the days are slipping away. What will you do with the time you have left? Right now, as you stand at this crossroads, you have a choice to make. You can walk away from this message unchanged, unmoved, letting time continue to slip through your fingers, allowing distractions, delays, and excuses to rob you of your purpose, or you can decide right now that you will never waste another day. You can choose to wake up each morning with a fire in your soul, knowing that your time is precious, your time is valuable, your time is a gift. You can choose to love deeply, give generously, live boldly. You can choose to spend every second wisely, building a legacy, making a difference, touching lives, pursuing the things that will outlast you. Because, my friends, when your time on this earth is over, what will remain? Not your wealth, not your success, not the trophies or the titles or the applause of this world. What will remain is how you spent your days. What will remain is who you loved, who you helped, what you gave, how you lived. And when the final moment comes, when the last second of your life ticks away, may you stand with no regrets, no what-ifs, no wasted time. May you look back and say, I made every moment count, because, my friends, the time is now. Seize it, use it, live it.